Okay, let me share my screen. As guys, yesterday we did cover inheritance, and we studied two types of inheritance. That was about single level inheritance and we cover multi-level inheritance, but we are remaining with which hierarchical inheritance that we will study today. We study that what is single level inheritance. Single level inheritance is the relationship like between son and father. Multi-level inheritance is the relationship between son, father, and grandfather. But hierarchical inheritance is a little bit different. The shape which we can define the hierarchical inheritance will be like this. Like for example, we have one class. Like suppose for example, say father. Father has two sons. Son 1 and son 2. Both son occupies the properties of their father. Means both son can take whatever property behavior which is present inside their father, they can occupy their data, whatever, as a point of oops, if we see, like for example, we can say that we can name it like a class of animal, and class of animal, that will be a parent, and inside the class of animal we will have a dog, we will have cat, we will have dragons, we will have snakes, we will have a lots of classes. That will be a type of hierarchical inheritance. Now let's jump in to the coding section and let's write a code for that. Now let me close this section. Let's expand it. Inside oops, inside inheritance. We'll create a new file, new class. Inside class, we will name it hierarchical inheritance. I'll check mark the public static void main. Let me close this. Now let's take a scenario that we have what we have a class of animal. In class of animal, all of them animal has common properties. Like let's define two methods for that. First method void will be all of the animal can eat. And let's take one another method, void eat, void like run. All of the animal can run also. Let's make it system dot out dot println. I'll put something like they can eat. Now inside my run system dot out dot println they can run. This is the common property between all of the animal that can have. They can eat and they can run. we take it inside one file. We don't want to define each and every time whenever I'm creating a new class for specific animal like dog, for snake, for cat. I don't want to create each and every time for a single class these methods, because these methods are common for all of the animals. So I define it inside the parent class, which is animal. Now let's create class of what? Let's create class of dog. Inside class of dog, let me create a method void, like we can say void dog can bark system dot out dot println add a semicolon dog barking. This will be the method for dog. Next, let's create a class of cat. Once we create a class of cat, inside the class of cat, you will have one method. Cat can do what? Meow, meow. Like this, if I don't mistake. Now, bark is the sound of dog, and meow meow is the sound of cat. Like system dot out dot println. We can say in here, cat is like this we can say. Now, what is the scenario? Let's explain the scenario. If you consider here, dog and cat both are what? Both are animals, but they are sharing the same property. What? The same common property between dog and cat is what? They're animal. They're being what? Animals. An animal have shared their common property of eating. Dog can also eat and cat can also eat. Dog can also run, cat as well can also run. They both can do these two common properties. But as if we categorize it, they will act and behave different. Like dog can bark according to sounds, but cat can meow, do meow meow, like this. Now this is called hierarchical inheritance. Now let's access their data inside my public static void main. If I want to display the data of dog through dog, so how will I do? First of all, I will create the object of dog, disp equal to new dog at semicolon. Now with the help of disp dot what, I can access the bark, but bark is inside dog class. I can access it easily. But next time, disp dot, you can see that I have eat method. I can access it. Sorry. Okay. Here's we did a mistake that we didn't extend our what? Our classes. Extends what? Animal. With the help of that, we can extend that. Next, extends what? This is also can extend the animal class. At the same time, it means two different classes at the same time can access one common class, like animal. This is the concept of what? This is the concept of hierarchical inheritance. Display dot, let's create it, and display dot run. Now, same method, this eat and run, we can access with the help of cat class also. Cat, we can show new cat at semicolon. Now with the help of show dot what? Show dot class of their cat itself, we can display Now show dot what eat. Cat can also eat. Now show dot cat can also run. Now if I execute this, you can see that on the screen I have that much of information. Dog is barking, they can eat, they can run. Cat is doing meow meow, they can eat and they can run. This is the power of what? This is the power of hierarchical inheritance. That if two different class like dog and cat can access one common class, which is animal. Is that clear? Do we have any question in this point? Is there any confusion point? Excellent. Nuri. Okay. I will give you 5 minutes for that. Go ahead and type the program or pause the recording for a minute. Yeah. Now we take a new class, guys. For what? For multiple inheritance. Why multiple inheritance is not supported in Java? Because there is a scenario created that one chat class should acquire two property of from same property from two different class. This will create ambiguity. How it is created ambiguity, let's see in the code. But before that, let's see the chat box. What's the question here? Sir, can you, okay. So what's the difference between display and show? The difference between display and show is that display belongs to class object of the dog class and show is the object of the cat class. This is the difference. Can you please, okay. So what is the most difference between multi-inheritance and inheritance? Abdullah, I didn't get your questions. Inheritance and multi-inheritance. Could you explain it?
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
The question is here, sir. What's the most difference between multi inheritance and the last one that we studied, inheritance?
Hierarchical, you mean what is the difference between multi-level or multiple? Which one you want?
Multiple, because yesterday that we studied that
Okay.
the person the first person allow us video call, the second one audio, the last person which he came and he was allow us to do the chat. And also in the hierarchical that we the dog had running and also eating, only the difference was barking and the cat producing another sound.
Look, first of all, let's clear the structure. In multi-level inheritance, we have what kind of structure? We have a structure like this. This is the structure of multi-level inheritance. Like we did what? Like example of we have father, we have son, like grandfather, father, and we have son. Or if we take example of yesterday, like WhatsApp, and first check this first step as a first version of WhatsApp that only can support the voice call, no video call. And next version, this is version 1, this is version 2, and next version when the WhatsApp develop their component, so do they need to develop in second version again the voice component? No, they don't need. They have the voice component, they will reuse it instead of creating it again and again. They will add one another functionality that will be a video call functionality. And in third version of the WhatsApp, they add what? Chatting facility. Chatting facility is what? Do they need to recreate again voice facility in video call facility? No, they have already both of them. They will reuse instead of that, instead of recreating them. This is called reusability in multiple level inheritance. But now, till this point, is it clear, Abdul?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now see the structure of hierarchical inheritance. The structure of hierarchical inheritance is like this, that two different class share the same property. This is the structure of the hierarchical inheritance. Like you can see the difference. This is like level step by step, but this is like division. One thing divided between two people or two person, two things we can say. Now we can take the example of, like we take already animal. This will be a beautiful example or a better example that you can understand. Animals are all same. They have one, they have, like I took one, two behavior of them, like eating in a point of methods and running, run. This is the two method that, this is the two behavior that can we share between all of the animals. But we have different animals like dog, like cat. You can add even other animals like lion. You can add many animals classes like here. This is called hierarchical inheritance, that the animals should only share the same property. We have to take those property or methods inside one class, and other different properties which differentiate, which create differentiation between them. So we need to take a separate classes for that, which we take for dog and cat. Now, is it clear, Abdul?
Yes. Thank you, sir, very much.
Yeah, almost. Now let's go to that and see the what multi-level, multiple inheritance, why it's not supported in Java. Like for example, we have class of what? Like we have class of C Telegram. Telegram. Inside Telegram, we have one method of message. Sorry. Void in the C message. We have printed something, system dot out dot println Telegram message. Now we have one another class. We can name it as a what? As a WhatsApp. WhatsApp. Let's say it. Let's change this Telegram to what? Communication. Communication. Let's take WhatsApp here. I will take it as a what? Yeah, leave it as a Telegram. Now let's take a copy this method, message, Control C, paste it here. Just instead of Telegram, I will paste the WhatsApp. Now, whenever we have a user, let's create a user class. User. Now, user should do what? Like we take an example right in here that we have class A, class B. Now, if the class of B is extending their object, so they should create from which class? We have class in B and we have main method inside that class. Like we have. Now, instead of that, let's remove this and let's create what? Let's create object of multiple inheritance, which we have public static void main inside that. Whenever we create the object of that, like let's suppose access, name it access equal to new. Okay. Now this class extend what? Extends Telegram, comma, WhatsApp. Now these both classes are accessing what? Telegram and what? WhatsApp. Now let's see with one of them. If I access this, it will definitely do what? It will definitely give me an error. If I see the type WhatsApp is already defined. If I take the WhatsApp here, the type Telegram will give me an error. That's why, because the multi-level, multiple inheritances, that's why not supported in Java, because we can't access, there will be ambiguity created by the compiler. So that's why they are not taking the multiple inheritance without the keyword of interface. So I'll erase this, and whenever once we reach with the interface, we will study that there. Hope the point was clear. My aim of getting this example was just to clear the aim that's why we can take multiple inheritance because of their ambiguity, which is created. Okay, guys, that was all about what? That was all about inheritance in Java. We are done with the inheritance. That much knowledge is enough for the testing that we get. So till this point, do you have any question from the beginning of the class, like in single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance? Any question you're open to ask?
Mr. Furqan, I have a couple questions.
Yeah, go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, the first one I start, someone asked that why we have display and then why we have show. If we replace it, is that still work? Like, for example, at the class we just took for the dog and cat, on the cat we have show, on the dog we have display. If we just say like cat display or dog show, it just make it like, does it make a difference? Is that possible?
You mean if I change this to what?
To display.
Look, if you change this to display, what will happen? Let's see on the spot, DSP. When I create this, it will say what? Let's even change these things. I will replace it. First of all, it gives you error, duplicate local variable display. Why it takes the local? Because you have already defined the ISP. You can duplicate the data. For that, if you put 1, so the duplication will be removed, but you need to change for all of them. The difference between this DISP and the show was what? Let's bring that. This refer to class of cat, and the upper DISP refer to class of dog. And they created different places in the memory. They spotted different places in the memory. So we cannot change it. As a user, we can see that, oh, they are accessing the same data. But the difference is here that according to programming, according to system, when they are not same in the memory. If we change the name to DISP1, so again, they are treated as a difference. Hope the question is clear.
Not really.
I guess somehow it is a little bit confusing.
I mean, we can put like, if we put dog show, it doesn't work, right?
Yeah, definitely. Dog show, it will not work because you have already show for cat. You can duplicate the name.
Where we have the show for cat at the, when we, let's say, program the things at the top. Did we have anything that we mentioned show on the
No,
cat part?
you're
class cat?
creating the show inside your main method. Show is an object. Cat show is referred to take the reference from where you have already defined. You have a cat class, am I right? So you take the reference
Right.
from there that you have a cat class and you're creating the object. And how would compiler know that you're creating the object of cat with the help of this new keyword?
How it doesn't work for dog? Like if we say the compiler doesn't know, we can
Yeah.
put dog show equal new dog.
Yeah, this thing, you mean this thing instead of DSP, I change it. Yeah, you can change it because this thing is on depend on us that whatever name we can give, we can get. Let's, for example, let's name it as a Mike. I can name it Mike because this area belongs to me. Whatever name I can pass, I can pass. No worries.
Okay.
Now, is it clear?
Yes. And the second question is, can we do the inheritance type of programming on the, let's say, oops class or on the other Java program, or is this one is just for this inheritance? Like we have to mention this is a inheritant class.
No. If you want a commentization in your code, that's good because if the new developer comes and see your code, he or she definitely will understand. But if the programmer has the experience, so whenever they look to your code and when he see the extends keyword, he will definitely know that this is called inheritance, and this coding is a part of inheritance.
You mean if we didn't mention any inheritance on the, let's say, oops classes, we
Yeah.
can't go back and then extend it, right? Can we?
And you're Sardar, am I right?
Sardar, yes.
Yeah, Sardar, I didn't get your question. Still, I'm confused. Can you express the way you want? If you want, I can change some little bit part of codes if you want.
No, that's fine.
Mhm.
Let's say we have the oops class,
Yeah, oops class.
and then we need to make some changes or add something to it, extend it. Is that possible to go
Yeah,
back to that class
definitely,
and extend to?
definitely, it's possible. Definitely, 100%. Because this is the concept of inheritance that we need. If you want to add any updates, if you want to add any new classes, new functions, we need to add inheritance. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that was a question.
Yeah, I got
because
it.
maybe we set some program and we need to make changes. Then we go back to it, we extend the class, and then add, let's say, update it, add anything to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Okay. Any other questions?
Teacher Furqan, I have a question.
Yeah, Masood, go ahead.
I know that from the class of animal we extended and we categorize it to the cat because animals is the class and could be different animals, could be dog, could be cat, could be horse, something like that.
Yeah.
But in the cat, can we extend it with different type of cat based on the color or a species or different stuff? Can we extend that and also to go more deeper or
Yeah,
no?
definitely. You can extend it, but we will go beyond the concept of like testing because these concepts are belongs to development team. There will be concept comes that you create a separate classes for cat and you can extend from there. Means suppose, for example, you have an animal inside animal, you will have a 50 to 100 to 150 methods which they're sharing a common property. Again, in their cat category, there will be a color of categories that we can add there. So we can divide it like this. Yeah, definitely we can do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Sir, I have a question as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, what's the benefit of this inheritance and how we can use it in real life?
The benefit of inheritance is, first of all, we can do the reusability. Means, for example, suppose as of now, we are taking everything in single file, but once we start with the encapsulation, we will have different files. Even we will have files in different packages, and we can access it in our file. Once you started your work inside the company, and if you are assigned to a project, there will be 10 to 15, more than 100 developers will be working on same project. And they are assigning to one folder structure like this. Each and every programmer has their different packages, but there will be some common packages that the developers say, hey, if you want to create or access something, do not create it. I have already, for example, I am the developer. I created the class animal, extended to animal like this. Now you're also a developer, and you suppose you think that you're in PPP package. You're creating files in your PPP package. You need to create a class of animal. In this point, you don't need to create the class of animal because the code is already written by someone else. Why you're creating the cycle again and again? So you can access it through this extend class, but with the help of encapsulation that later on we will study. This is called reusability, that it will avoid from duplicating the code again and again. Is it clear, Marina, now?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Next question. Don't worry, guys. I will show you once we're done with the oops. I will show you the tricks that how they're working inside the company, how the developer team working, how the tester teams are working and creating the files in Java. So we will study everything and right in the class. No worries at all. Just till we reach the Selenium, we need to little bit keep the patience. So don't worry about these things. These things will be very easy. Believe me, once you reach the inherit Selenium, these things will look like a joke for you. That hey, I was so much intense that can I do it or not? But definitely you can do it. The batches before you, there was human like you and they did it. Even they don't have a background of IT like you. So they did it, you can also do it. No worries at all. Okay, when you use extend keyword, it means you inherit the class. Definitely, Feroz, when we use the extend keywords, it means that we are inheriting. We are using the property, behavior, or benefits of previous classes. Okay, Zaki asked a question, sir. If you put it in a single sentence, that's why multiple inheritances not supported by Java. Zaki, I didn't get your point. Can you explain your question?
Hi, sir.
Hi.
I just wanted to know that you just explained the multiple inheritance, and then you say that it gives the error. That's why it gives us the error, just as much.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, Zakia. I just typed the program that you guys at least see and get the picture. Once we reach with the keyword of interface, and we started with those keywords. So there I will explain and I will go deeply, a little bit more deep, and you will definitely understand the difference. Okay. Just as of now, I took it just like that. I know that still most of the things are a little bit confusing for you, but don't worry, guys. Once you're done with the OOPS concept and you finish the 4 pillars, As of now, you only study one pillar. 3 more pillars remaining for you. Once you're done with these 3 pillars, you will definitely get the picture, big picture, that what's going on in OOPS. And believe me, once you learn this concept of OOPS, this concept is applicable on all of the OOPS languages. Same class, same method, same extend keywords, everything is same. There is no difference. The name of other pillars are, we started with the inheritance, we will go with the polymorphism, we'll go with the encapsulation, and then we will go with the abstraction. Okay, let's see the chat box. Okay. Let me see if we have any exam questions. Yeah, I guess we don't have any questions. Guys, tomorrow we are done with the inheritance, so I'll not touch the new topic of polymorphism, because polymorphism has have 2 different method overloading and method overriding. These 2 different methods we will start tomorrow. Once we are done with these 2 methods, overloading and overriding, polymorphism is just finished, like just we did with the inheritance. So next we will be encapsulation, that how we can access files of PP package inside inheritance package, or how we can access files of basic Java inside inheritance. We will see the communication or links, and we will create the links between the files. We'll see that with encapsulation, and we will start with the abstraction, and OOPS are finished. Next, we will have array, and with the ending of array, we will have a collection framework that it is important for you. We will study that, and after a collection framework, we will start with our Selenium framework, which is the most important part of your program. So everybody works on Selenium just in the company. Once you start your work in the company, nobody asks about Java, nobody asks about these things. They will just start working and querying inside the Selenium. Just be prepared for the Selenium. It is very easy and very interesting, guys. Believe me, with 1 line of code, you can do a lots of things. There will be not much of code. You can do it manually. Once we start with the Selenium, we will go in a project-wise technique. Like every day, we will grab some real-life website. Like we will target the Amazon website, we will target the eBay, we will target the Shopify, and we will do the testing on the real websites, so that you can feel how the developer, the tester, working on the company on the real-based projects. So you will definitely learn it.
Teacher
Yes.
Furqan,
Yeah, Masood.
go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No
I
worries.
just wanted, yeah, I just wanted to share with everyone based on my experience also,
Okay.
because
Okay, guys, we're winding up here, as today the class was not that much heavy, so the concept just was remaining with the inheritance. So we are covered the inheritance part. Tomorrow we will be starting with the polymorphism. So I'm finishing up the class right here. So I'll stop the recording.